Okay, folks, this is Mr. Balian here. This is for my grade 9 students. They're all grade 9 students at our school and with different rotations. And you're in the animation rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw digitally simple shapes for you. And what you're going to do is mimic these little drawings on paper, pencil, marker, whatever you like. Do me a favor, avoid erasing at this point. Okay, mistakes are great. Okay, first thing first, when you start drawing, you work with lines. Notice that I'm not doing this like this. I'm trying to get you guys to move one long stroke. That means you're actually moving your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. Technically, your elbow as well. Okay, so just get used to making diagonal lines. Nice and simple. Okay, have fun with that. You can then go like this, make a square, and just go up, across. And what I'd like to see is people go over their lines, okay, and go beyond. So don't just do this, okay? This is not what I want. I prefer, because I prefer this method, personally, because with extended lines, intersections, a lot of cool things can develop, okay? So I can start doing things like this. I don't know. You can have more fun. This, to me, is just whimsical and has no confidence. So this way, bring some confidence in your line work. Okay, so just do a bunch of squares, diamonds, whatever you like. Okay, just have fun with it, just for a few minutes. And this is a warm up I'd like to see every day. All right, you come in here and you do a bunch of lines, then squares, and then we'll go to ovals. Ovals are this, right? And mostly people will do something like that. And again, what I'm going to say to you is do not. Just go over it, go over it, go over it, go over it. I'm not asking you to draw a circle. I'm trying to get you to taper it. So there's a high point here and a low point down here to the end. Okay, so you're just going over and over and over. See how narrow you can do this. This is kind of cool. You'll see where I'm going to go to next. Okay, so these are the kind of cool shapes that I like to see you draw. I'm going to hide this layer, make a blue layer. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go with these oval shapes, and I'm going to come around, duplicate it. Go over it a few times. And then we're going to practice our straight lines. Coming straight down, as some of you may see, that this is going to be a cylinder at some point. I can even create tapered cylinders. Okay, so then I'm going to take this curve here, and I'm going to bring it in. Okay, so what you want to do is turn over, and don't worry about how things look. They look messy, doesn't look straight, doesn't matter. Just get into the idea of creating shapes. Okay, basic primitives. This is on paper. Obviously, it's not 3D, it's 2.5D. Okay, so here's a cylinder, another one, oval, 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 straight up and down. You can taper it out, I don't mind. Okay, and you can make a lampshade here. I've done this a million times in other tutorials, but you'll see that you can do some cool things. Okay, so we've got a rectangle square. We now have a cube. Going this way on a diamond, I got you earlier. Vertical, up and down lines, up and down, diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. So here's the thing. This is technically an isometric drawing, okay? And you need 30 degrees here. That's 90 straight up. So basically, to do this, it's not complicated, folks. Here's a simple method of you drawing those shapes, okay? Hide, let's go to another one. Think of the letter Y right here, okay? What you want to do in an isometric drawing is keep the lines that are going diagonal parallel. So this is going this way, that direction. This is going this way. And what you want to do is make your lines go diagonal. And then the only thing is there's one in this direction, second in that direction. The third type of line in this drawing is vertical, up and down. So what you do is you go up and down here, and then across here. And then something like that, and you try to make things parallel. Okay, in math, you guys know parallel is two lines. So what you want to do is have these parallel. So I'm going to change colors for a second. Let's go with orange. So you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this line here is in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same direction. Now I'm going to go in this direction, which is the Y, to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think of this shape here, this direction, and you want to mimic it, ghost it, go over it, and come back, do the same thing. I didn't say do this. This is what most of you will do. This is not a lesson in perspective, so it's isometric. It needs to stay parallel. These angles should be somewhat the same, okay? Now bringing a protractor out, we're not using a ruler, we're freehanding, okay? So that's isometric, it's kind of cool. A good way to divide an isometric is this, okay? This is for those people who like to be technical. I'm just gonna hold shift to do a straight line here. I'll just make a box here. And you know that this angle here is 90, okay? So if I was to, let me make a proper box here. I just go diagonal here and to a curve. I can divide this into 3, so this would be 30, 60, 90. So really this is the angle. I'm not going to get you guys to do this each time. So we are eyeballing it, right? So I'll just go over here, this angle, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ghost, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 like that, and then straight down. Vertical, this is your isometric. So if you want to go in this direction over here, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly, that's what it is, okay? Get used to these things, okay? So this is warm-up drawings for my grade 9s. And we do some cylinders. Later on, you'll see that in the upper years, I can actually make a body part. Look, turn this way. There's a cylinder, another cylinder down here, and if I connect them, it'll be kind of like a leg, okay? Coming down here, I can come down and do something like that. So you'll see, it's a little short here. Let me just change my angles here, okay, something like that. And I'm actually going to use an eraser so you guys can see that. Everybody makes mistakes. It's no big deal. I'm just trying to get this proportional for you guys, okay? So you can do things like that. You can draw an arm by a stick figure by just going like that and saying, okay, this could be my shoulder, this could be this part, this could be here, and then there's my arm. Okay, so technically this is a cylinder, that's a cylinder, that's coming down, here's your wrist, okay? So these are things that we build on in the future, okay? In the upper grades. It's a lot of fun, and it's all about using simple shapes, okay? Some of you may like to draw circles. What if you kind of do this with the circle? Put a U at the bottom of it. Well, guess what? If I just center that, do something like this, I have a nose, I have a mouth, I have an eye, and another eye, ears, and ears. So basically what you've done is, through this, bringing two shapes together, a U and a circle, see? This is the center line, nose, mouth, and we'll get into that in the future at the upper years, okay? But so technically this could be a character, right? See that? Right here like that. So I'll just shorten that up. I can make the eyes bigger, I can make various shapes, and so on and so on. Okay, it's a lot of fun. The goal of this is you can stop the video at this point and say that's enough for now, and then later on, let's say you're going to look at a body. You take a rectangle shape that's tapered. Say this is the rib cage, midsection here, and hips, straight down, straight down. What I can do is divide that in two, and I can come in here and taper my boxes again, taper this box here, taper it again. Basically, you're just drawing this shape. It's not a perfect rectangle, but it's a tapered rectangle. And I can just do this part here. And 1, 2, look at this. 1, rectangle. Another tapered rectangle. We got that part. This person's holding arm up like this and pointing maybe. No problem. Take these boxes. 1, 2, like that. And then let's just leave this, just a finger like that, like a little shape pointing up. Okay? And what you can do is like turn this way, so the person's looking here, so point. And some of you are a lot more experienced in these kind of drawings. I can take a cylinder here for the neck. I can round this off, I can round that off, and bring this here, round it off here. So this is kind of a structure using simple shapes, okay? And I'm using simple shapes to draw a character. I'm going to smooth this up. You guys can do your version of this. There's no right, there's no wrong. Okay? I'm not breaking it down into 8 heads here for you. We'll let the art class teach you that. Roughly, This is maybe a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe, who knows. So you can, as long as you're relatively proportional, okay? You can have a chest here, waist there, okay? Really lots of fun. Have, do your versions of this. At some point in this unit, I'm continuing, you can pause over here and just draw that. Here's what you can do. We're going to be making 3D chess pieces. So look at the simple shapes I'm using here. Okay, I'm going to make a castle, which is called a rook. Okay, so look, simple boxes. Oops. Okay, time to put a stop on this. I'll continue with this next time. Okay. I think this is what we're going to go to. I'm going to let you guys build this, pardon me, in 3D afterwards. So these are like, look at these simple shapes. You're going to be modeling this into 3D, and you're going to maybe animate it later too, okay? So let's just do something. Look how fun and loose the drawings are. Nothing is perfect. You're just extending your lines. Same thing as the body part is here. I can change it, make it into a rook, a castle, and a chess piece, okay? You can make your own designs. You can have parts sticking out here, like that, okay? And you can color that in. You can shade it and say, you know what, this part's going to stick out. That's going to come in. I want you to stick this part out, Mr. Balian. Sure. And then round it off here. Round it off. And then stuff like that. I could even put a little window in here. You guys can model that into 3D later. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I think it's been over 10 minutes. Enjoy this first one. Somewhere here, I'm going to put a stop. Thank you. Balian out.